And I want to say, unless there was a spark inside you before several decades or centuries, you will not be sitting here and listening to these exercises at all. So, Tattva Bindu, how it is created? Ishwarasya Saubhardha. God is blessing us, but He undertakes a special blessings because of His extreme sympathy on us. The person is totally incorrigible. So unless we have a specialized sympathization for the person, he cannot be liberated at all. So that God's unconditional merciful shower which creates Saubhardha, that is a decisive fraternity to promote a person, is known as Saubhardha, that has created the Tattva Bindu. And by means of our good habits, by means of association, further research, we have to safeguard this from being extinguished. And the Tattva Bindu only has created these opportunities to listen and to prosper. And one more thing very interestingly we want to know here is, the Tattva Bindu, no doubt we have, it has been proved that unless there is Tattva Bindu, we cannot come here. So that the spark is there. And how to get that spark multiplied? It is known as Gunarjana Vidya. Just as you save money, you have to safeguard with the Sattva by three methods. One, the already existing Sattva, it should not be vanished. And due to various other unwanted interventions, it should not be finished. And on proper grounds, with its accessories, it should be furnished. So these are the three demands for this droplet. No doubt God is a guardian for all of these things. How to get this Gunarjana, you should understand this. Just as in rainy season, you can see lots of ants. They have been just living with all comforts. Because rainy season they cannot move out, but still you can see that how comfortably they prosper, they live. How they could survive? Because even before the rainy season, by their inbuilt premonition mechanism, which is there in the defense mechanism of their biological engineering itself, they just smell and understand about any seasonal variations and its anukula pratikula, its favors and unfavorable situations, and they go for searching and they collect these grains and they preserve. Like that you should understand there are two regions in our life, Sattva and Asattva. Whenever you are having Sattva, whenever you are having peace, inclination, intention, desire, craving, emotional outburst, that is the symptom for Sattva. Immediately you have to sit. Close your eyes, close the room door, send everybody or make everybody to sit, and you store that particular Sattva in your mind. And just as all the rainy season grains are procured by the ants before the rainy season, whenever you are in a distress, whenever you are in a failure, whenever you are in depression, whenever you are in agitation, whenever you are in ethical challenge, where you are compelled to behave in nonsense, there you cannot create any meditation at all. The meditation that you have practiced at the time of your Sattva environment, that is going to come for rescue there. That is going to advise you ethical principles. That is going to give you extra support. So now it is the Sattva period. Now it is the Sattva period. It is the Sattva region. It is a Sattva framework we are now picking ourselves into. So at this time, if we develop more Sattva, there are three things. One, go more deep in Sattva areas. That is the Sattva period. Second thing, try to expand and extend the Sattva regions. Third thing, try to stitch your behavior suitable to Sattva regions. If you are extreme Sattva in few people, they are extremely Sattva at the time of this emotional embrace, and when they are going out of this clan, immediately their behavior is extremely opposite. It should not be there. So there are three conditions. Now within this 1 hour, at least we cannot accurately measure, at least you should have accumulated or augmented 50 units of Sattva. It is as powerful, that's what I told in the seminar, emotional expenditure. The time or the energy taken by you to scold your neighbor or to shower your envious volcanic eruption towards the person that he should be destroyed, for just 20 minutes you are losing the energy by which positively if diverted, you can completely memorize the 700 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. That is known as evil expenditure, by which you spend your energy towards unhealthy, unruly and unworthy elements. So, now you are having the Sattva ambience here. There are three rules. One is to extend the time. Second is to go more deep. Third is to at least regulate, minimize and totally bring into control later. Not immediately. Gradually stitch or tailor your Asattva experiences. That is non-mystic experience also. Even though they need not be mystic, but they should not be anti-mystic in nature. They should not antagonize your practices, even though they should not replicate what you practice. So these three things are the golden guidelines by which this Sattva Bindu, the droplet of Sattva that can be managed, and how to understand these things and how to develop these yoga systems and various other things. I have given few guidelines. I just hinted in the Garuda lecture recently held at Lonavala. I want to give two major highlights here. One is, what is yoga? I have already given numerous definitions to yoga, but what is yoga? You should understand what is juice. Juice is the essence of an element, and you can prefix or affix this juice with anything that is connected with that. If there is a juice, then immediately you can say orange juice, tomato juice, anything you can add. Like that, if you say yoga, that should be a common description for yoga. What is that? Starting with a basic knot, having a stronger hold, having a specific direction, having one-minded focus. It is known as yoga. Anywhere, that is why it is known as Nada Yoga, Gita Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Saddha Yoga, Satya Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Havana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Yaga Yoga, Tyaga Yoga. Innumerable areas where we can see the suffix of yoga. Wherever you use a knot of a particular system, with a strong hold, with a proper direction, with a single-minded focus of destination, that art is known as yoga, and it can be suffixed with any system. And dietitian is also having yoga, pregnancy is also a type of yoga. Anywhere you develop this concentration with the destination, hold and focusing, everything, it is supposed to be yoga. And when it is done at the ultimate purpose, I already told Paramapurusha, Paramadhana, Paramapurusha, that becomes supreme, and anything is appreciable if it is a step to that. If it is a ladder step to that, anything is appreciable. First of all, you should understand about two things. One is yogic network. What is yogic network? Who is the first yogi? Namah Parama Yogine. God is the first person who is the Parama Yogi. Just as we are meditating for our welfare or liberation or divine service, God is always thinking about that. God is in the Nitya Yoga Nidra. God is also doing Yoga Nidra. And what is that yoga about? It is Jigatyapara Chintana, Ashita Vyapara Chintana, Ashita Ujjivana, Ashita Papa Kshama, Ashita Sangha, Ashita Melana, Ashita Paramapada Sopana Prapana. There are 100 dhanas which God is doing. How to liberate these people? Who are the people to be sent? What these available people are doing? How far they are responding? What is my responsibility? Why I am not getting down? It is my treasury. And I am losing it. I should jump down and I should incarnate myself and see that everybody is liberated. So God is having Jigat Vyapara, purpose of creation. I have already told that a person digging for a handful of gold will take loads of soil outside, mud outside. Like that, God is taking lot of this muddy and soily creation in the world to get a handful of proper devotees gold. So it is known as Parnanveshana and Nyaya. Like that, God is also thinking about Jigat Vyapara and Ashrita Vyapara. So we are having link with the Parama Yogi. And yogis who are meditating about God, yogis who are meditating about the yogis, those who are meditating about yoga guna. So everywhere there is a network. In this auditorium we cannot see, but there is a well-organized, interwoven network of yogic transactions. Everywhere, God thinking about us, we thinking about God, somebody else thinking about somebody else. There is an interwoven, multi-complex intrinsic network that is seen here. And if you are having the proper frequency and antenna provision to comply with that, immediately we can observe. So, whenever you are doing meditation, don't think that you are in solitude. God is thinking about you. Lot of people, those who are thinking about God, you should think about them. Lot of people are thinking about global development in which you are also a part. Lot of people are lamenting about the global degradation in which you are also responsible and also vulnerable for that. So you are in the yogic network. Apart from your solitude, you are very much surrounded by lots of prosperous forces. Final thing I want to say is, yoga has a proper base. There are three basic things of understanding. One is destinal, second is causal, third thing is organizational. Causal means where we have come from. Are we created, or are we evolving, or what is the nature of our existence? Destinal, what we are going to reach. Third thing is organizational. Between that destinal reach and causation, what are all the behaviors, how they have to be settled. And whenever you follow yoga, you should be very much clear, because there is a neomania in yoga. Buddhist yoga, Thai yoga, Malayan yoga, Korean yoga, Japanese yoga, Confucianism yoga, Taoism yoga, Mayan yoga, Incan yoga, Mesopotamian yoga, Sumerian yoga, innumerable new names. We should understand that Buddhism is a religion which believes in self-detachment or a system of mild torturing in which they consider that if you are desirous with pleasure, you will suffer. If you suffer, you can be pleasant. That is the rule of Buddhism. And the nirvana is nothing but absolute annihilation or birth, where there is no individuality at all. And Buddhism is an atheistic religion. And our system, the foundation is different. And somebody is telling that yes, we can practice yoga from any system. Not like that. Can we extract milk from any mammal? Like dog or donkey or anything else? Because milk is white and there is lactose in everything. But that is also coupled with the ingredients and the modular nature of the dog, donkey and cow. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, that is also incorporated there. So whenever you are taking yoga, from our own system of Gita and the Vedanta Dhyana, that says that God is eternal, you are eternal, and reaching the ultimate by various steps and promotion, that is liberation. Liberation, you have independent existence, you merge by your binded affection, not by your physical existence. You are separate, but there is a unison of mutual intimacy, that you serve God, you are coming back to serve God here. Liberation is the purpose, service is the purpose. This is the substratum or foundation of our religion. We are not kids, or we are not stupid, or we are not scoundrels to follow any other system. We have to open the eyes of the other systems and teach them the proper way. And any person, without following our traditional systems, having a blind imitation, he is the most misfortunate element in the society, because fullest of richness in tradition, in power, in knowledge, in clarity, in vision, in determination, somebody should not follow something which is very, very, very fragile in nature. So, yoga is not mere practice. Mere practice means everybody can do something. Just like that, all milk, even the milk that comes from cactus, that is also white. Can we drink it? So we should understand that the practices should be assisted by the foundation and destination of life, which is very much clarified in our system of yoga. And anybody practicing anything else where there is atheistic, skeptic, and nihilism or absolutism or absolute mercy, that is the religion. That is pernicious to the spiritual health, that is injurious to the spiritual progress of our people. So understand our own religion. New names are given by people. New names are given by people. Just as it is better than misbehaviors in the society. Any system of practice, if somebody can ask me, Thai system of meditation or going to cabaret dance, which would you prefer? If you say that, oh, Thai, this is okay. So comparatively to that or something which is worse than that, it may be better, but it is not better than good and it is not also the best. We are having the best within ourselves. That should be some sort of awareness to our people, and it is not brain awareness or chauvinistic awareness. I am from India, I follow the Indian model. Not like that. Indian cows are taken for breeding, and milk research is done not because of their Indian nature or chauvinistic nature, because of the sturdity, because of the quality. So we emphasize not out of extremism, fundamentalism or chauvinism. Indian system has more polarity and it resolves our problems, whereas our problems are intensified in other systems. So once that would be a seminar about Western system of meditation, where Christian ideology and theology, there is also revelation and meditation. Second thing, in all systems, even including Islam, there is a system of meditation. Buddhism, there is a system of meditation. You should understand that the Tantrism, meditation, and all of these things are carried out by migration, trade, and mutual affinity that developed between various colonizations that happened between Indo-Mongolian connectivity. Buddhism at first it was totally free from Tantrism, etc. They were not having Buddhist vihara, Buddhist architecture, everything was totally not there. So laterly, just as even now a lot of churches are there, they conduct car festivals, they give kirtan, they give shatari, lot of practices they have been imitated from our side. So Tantrism, mysticism, transcendentalism, everything is nothing but an imitative incorporation from our Hindu culture or Sanatana culture. So we should understand how we are great, how we are different, and we should follow these things and also make ourselves clear and also make us understand